Greetings, this is Selecta Princess for Sunsplash Media, and I'm here with
Matisyahu.
And look at that baby face. And you're representing for New York. I don't know if they've won recently for the Yankees.
I hate baseball. I don't know. I'm not a baseball fan. So I'm a hockey fan.
Oh, you're a hockey fan?
Yeah, now I'm an LA Kings fan because I moved to LA.
Oh my gosh.
So.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to speak on hockey because it was the Devils that lost the other day. Yeah. But it's all good. But you got the New York fitted. That's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I
Go
always represent
Yankees.
New York. Yeah,
okay, good. Screw the other teams in baseball. All right. Well, welcome. We're here at BB King's, and you have huge performance coming up. You don't have a live band, and I wanted to know, is this the first time you're performing without a live band?
Not the first time. I've done some performances with DJs before, but I've never performed with DJ Norie.
DJ Norie. DJ Norie. Okay. Anything special you're looking to do, or vibe? What are you bringing?
I guess I always just kind of feel out the vibe when I get out there, you know.
The crowd.
Yeah, because you know, I always might have an idea of what the vibe is gonna be, but I just try to just blank slate and then go out and just see where it's at and let myself get warmed up by the music and get into the music, and then once I get into the music, you know,
it just flows from there.
Yeah, it just
and who knows,
over.
Maybe the audience might tell you what to sing next.
Yeah, but they probably will. But where are you gonna do the hits tonight? So
for DJ Norie.
That's right.
Well, I don't want to label you as a reggae artist, although I think you are.
Thank you.
You know, with other genres of music, you know, criticisms in general. Are you getting any? What do you hear? How do you feel about it?
There's always critics. There's always people that have a problem with what you do. I'll give you an example. Like, you know, for example, my first record that I put out was like really that was big was Live at Stubbs, and that was a record that had a lot of mixture of music on it, like multi-genre. Like I listened to lots of different genres of music growing up. You know, I loved reggae music. That was my love and my passion, but I loved other styles as well. And as I started making music, I started blending all those styles of music together. So on that record, for example, like had a big blend, but somehow, you know, people felt it was really reggae. Like so, and then as I started making more records, people would say, "Oh, he's starting to move away from reggae." You know what I mean? But I remember like that song, "King Without a Crown," that has a 1-minute rock solo, guitar solo in it, which I've never heard in a reggae song before. So, you know, I guess people always they project their stuff onto you, you know, and people now with the internet, you know, they're so quick to say their opinion, you know what I mean? And I just
very instant.
Yeah, and I just feel like, you know, I myself, I don't feel like my opinion matters that much, because like, who am I to say what's what in this world, you know? Like, you know, I can just do what I know for myself to be true. But who am I to comment about other people and what they're doing? Because I know for myself that things change, you know. Like obviously me, you know, I've gone through changes. I've gone through different ideas that I've believed, that I haven't believed, things that I've gotten into. So, you know, I never understand like how people can be so quick to judge and also to believe in their opinions so strongly. You know what I mean? That's not fanatic. That's just not my style, or it's not who I am. So, but I guess everyone has a right to do their thing, you know. But I try not to let it phase me. Obviously, some things get in, and sometimes it hurts or it gets you angry. But I do my best.
You can write another song again.
You just try to take that and use that as fuel for the fire, I guess.
Fuel for the fire.
Yeah, that'd be a good title for a song.
Yeah.
Fuel for the fire.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You can just put on the iPhone now.
Yeah, I'll type it down.
The other day I spoke to Toots, because we're in the 50th anniversary for Jamaica's independence. And he mentioned he doesn't do one show the same. And I believe him.
Yeah.
How do you approach doing shows? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of improvisation in my shows. Like, I grew up listening, one of the bands that I grew up really in love with and listening to is a band called Fish, and I used to go to their shows. They're a rock group from the Northeast kind of, and they were known for they are known still for, you know, long extended sets, songs that are long, and people come back night after night because you never knew, you know, what direction a certain song was going to go in, and where it was going to take you. Right.
Of course.
But yeah, so that's sort of like where I like took that from, and I have a band that I believe in a lot that is great, and we improvise a lot. We do a lot of dub. We do a lot of like extended, heavy, like old school type, like Scientist or you know, like Lee Scratch, you know, like that style. Where we'll just dub things out and let the music kind of create a meditative vibe, you know, that everyone can really kind of saturate, you know, and get into and sink into, and then see where the vibe takes it, where the music goes. So I'm a very big fan of that. Those are usually the kind of shows that I want to go see, you know, and that's the kind of music I like to make usually too.
I'm certain you do benefit shows, or obviously you're in promotional show mode too because you have your new single out. Are there any charities that you like to highlight, or any projects that you're working on aside from music?
I don't know. Music is the main thing that I'm doing. In terms of like charities and stuff like that, I work with a group called Kids of Courage that are kids that have cancer. And I did, like, for example, there was one kid that I wrote a song with. He wanted to write a song. We became kind of friendly. I went to his bar mitzvah.
Oh my God.
And we wrote a song together before he passed. And that song is called Elijah's Song. That was his name. You could check it out on, I have it up on my website. And then if you download it, the money goes to his mother.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I've done stuff with them before. That's, I guess, the main organization that I've done work with, but mainly kids. I like kids who are fans, who are into the music, or people that are fans. I've met a lot of people that had cancer, you know, that were, my music helped them with their fight, you know, and with their struggle. And I've at times gone and visited people, and, you know, hung out with people.
You don't have to have the whole press caboodle following you. You obviously do things on your own. It's not for publicity.
Yeah, when you see, to me, like when I meet people, I see people that are, you meet somebody who's really hurting, and you know that your music has helped them. There's no greater feeling than that. You know, all the criticism in the world can't take that away. You know.
Satisfaction.
Yeah.
And obviously, you're seeing that your message is getting across too.
Yeah.
We're obviously in a political climate right now with the campaigns and stuff going on. Now, I'm not trying to box you in or anything, but do you have any pressure sometimes to maybe bring some political themes into your music?
I've never been into politics. I mean, I'm not into American politics. I'm not into Israel's politics, which, trust me, they have a lot, you know. Yeah. But I always made music that's more from the spirit and more personal, about struggle and overcoming things, and I stayed away pretty much from politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nobody beats you up about it?
No, they try to get me to do stuff all the time, like, but I just tell them, like, that's not my thing, you know. I'm not trying to really represent anyone or anything, you know.
Yourself.
I've done that enough, you know.
Okay, let's talk about your new album, Spark Seeker. What was the preparation you put in for the album?
Basically.
Any running themes?
Yeah, basically, Spark Seeker is a concept that comes from a Jewish mysticism. It's called the Kabbalah.
Okay.
And it's an idea that, like, that there's sparks of godliness that are found within the world, you know, within the physical matter. And when you use things like, whether it's music or food or whatever it is, and you come at it with the right intention and the right kind of spirituality, you actually uplift those sparks back to God. You free those sparks and like bring them back home to where they are. So that's the title, and it's a mixture between between reggae, because my flow has that kind of reggae kind of feel to it a lot, and then the producer is more like it's got more of a crunchy kind of poppy hip hop sound. It's a real hooky, real melodic, and then we got all this live instrumentation in Israel of all this Middle Eastern sort of style. Yeah, so it's a real unique blend. I keep people on their toes, I think. Yeah. Hopefully people don't always know what to expect when I'm releasing a record or a song. They don't always know what it's going to be, so.
Tell me about the cover art.
Oh, did you see the cover?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, why? There's a child. Why a child?
Well, it's basically when we were in Israel, we were recording. We went out into the desert one day, and my manager's wife took this picture of this Bedouin girl. The Bedouins are sort of like misplaced. They're like they travel. They're like, they're herders, and they travel through the desert. They don't own land,
Wow.
And there was something, there's this wildness to her, and some beauty to her, and I just felt that picture represented really that idea of that seeker, a spark seeker. I felt the sparks kind of coming off of her,
Well, and is it originally black and white?
Yeah, I think so.
I love seeing, there's so much detail and richness when you look at a black and white picture.
Yeah.
Color.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. Tell us about your first single, Sunshine.
Sunshine is it's out now. I think it's a great song. It's a summer song. It's a good song. It's a feel-good song, but it's got a lot of depth to it as well.
Lots of words.
A lot of words,
which,
yeah.
Unlike, that could be like 2 songs in one. If you look at some songs today.
Yeah.
It's really deep.
Yeah.
I think it could be about relationships.
Yep.
Besides the sun.
Right.
But I really like the song.
Yeah, and it's about also the relationship that you have with yourself. It's like as you get older and as you grow up and you leave behind that inner child, you lose that, you lose touch with that that part of yourself, and that's what the song is about, like going back and finding that that child within and bringing them with you on the journey of life, you know what I mean, as opposed to leaving them behind,
You gotta keep them with us.
keep them with you, exactly. Yeah.
So right now everything could be pre-ordered on iTunes, and it comes out July 17th.
Yep, that's right.
So people can go get it.
Yeah, July 17th, Spark Seeker.